We got a loaded show for you guys just around the corner, but we are actually in battle right now with our Heat Report channel. They posted a video earlier today that got 431 likes, and they declared war on us here at the Bulls Report. So help us out. Hit that like button. Free, easy way to help support our cause in beating the Heat Report. But now let's dive into today's video. What's going on, guys? Welcome into the Bulls Report. My name is Patrick Siepman. Coming up on today's show, could the Bulls be signing Kyle Lowry? The bookmakers out west certainly do think so. And then also, could the Bulls at the NBA trade deadline, we know they are at the center of the latest rumors, could they be trading for this former first-round pick? Stay tuned for that. But why could the Bulls be signing Kyle Lowry? Because this is the big-time trade that went down in the NBA earlier today. The Heat ended up receiving Terry Rozier, and the Hornets ended up receiving Kyle Lowry to match salary, and then a protected 2027 first-round pick. I like the move for Miami. They obviously needed another scoring guard to help them kind of get them over the hump. So it looks like Zach LaVine, he probably won't be headed to Miami, just so on the Bulls' standpoint. But a report did come out that the Hornets do plan to buy out Kyle Lowry, which will obviously let him, pick and choose where he does want to go. And this is kind of similar to the Bulls also signing Patrick Beverley last season, which actually completely changed the Bulls' defense, if you guys do remember that. But the bookmakers out west do have the odds looking like this for Kyle Lowry's next team. The Atlanta Hawks at plus 150, Utah Jazz plus 400, Wizards 400 as well, same with the Cavs. And then the Knicks, I think that could be an interesting choice for Lowry, sitting at plus 550. Raptors plus 600. That would be pretty cool if you went back home. And then the Bulls at plus 800. So should the Bulls sign Lowry? Well, let's talk about it. Lowry is definitely taking a step back this season. I love him in terms of just a veteran point guard to have in a postseason series. But obviously, Lowry is not the same regular season guy he is, or as he was back in Toronto, averaging 8.2 points per game, 3.5 assists, 4 rebounds a night, 42% from the deck, still able to shoot the three-point ball pretty well at 38.5%. But if I had my choice, I'm not signing Kyle Lowry. I just don't think it makes sense for the Bulls. If the Bulls were in a position, whether it's like the Celtics, Knicks, and they maybe needed another backup guard off the bench to kind of help them in the postseason, yeah, I'd be all in. I think Lowry has that championship pedigree. He's a great postseason choice, but that's just not where the Bulls are. The Bulls are nowhere near that, frankly. And I think if you would bring in a guy like Kyle Lowry, it would also hurt the development of these two guys, Ayo Dosunmu and Kobe White. Let them cook. Let them continue to develop. Because we saw when you remove LaVine from the lineup this year, these two were the two players that benefited the most. I mean, Kobe White absolutely killed the Phoenix Suns last night. Another tough loss. Bulls blew a 25-point lead in one quarter. That was just absolutely brutal. And then KD hit a game winner. But, that's a whole other story. But Kobe White and Ayo, they have definitely taken that step up with LaVine out of the lineup. And I do think if you bring in Lowry, it would just kind of hinder the development of those two young and up-and-coming players. Let them cook as kind of the backcourt, maybe not of the future, but whether it's, developing their game or, increasing their trade value down the line, I want these two to be at the kind of handling the ball the most for the Bulls. But maybe you guys disagree with me. Maybe you want Kyle Lowry in Chicago. Let me know down below in the comments section. Should the Bulls sign Kyle Lowry? Give me an S for sign or give me a P for pass. This is going to be the pinned comment on today's video. So YouTube, they're going to toss you an ad break right now. Sit back, let it play, scroll down right there, and answer today's pinned comment. Coming up next on the show, are the Bulls trading for this former first-round pick? And I just want to say this, a little teaser. I love this trade I cooked up. But we'll get to that in a second. But I do want to give a huge shout-out to PrizePicks before we dive into it. PrizePicks, daily fantasy sports, made easy. I absolutely love using it for every single Bulls game I watch this season. All you got to do, you pick 2 or more players, then you're going to choose more or less on some projected stat types. PrizePicks.com/CLNS. And if you guys use promo code CLNS, they're going to hook you guys up with a first deposit match up to $100. Any boring game I see in the NBA, NFL, whatever it may be, you want to make it a little more interesting, use PrizePicks. I promise you it is the most fun I have watching sporting events. So one more time, head to PrizePicks.com/CLNS and use that promo code CLNS. I'll put that link for you guys in the comment section and description of today's show. PrizePicks, it's daily fantasy sports made easy. You guys should check it out. You guys will love it. I promise you that. So the former first round pick the Bulls could be trading for. What about the big fella, Robert Williams, who I am a big fan of his game. And Robert Williams, obviously he's in Portland, and Portland's not having that good of a season, and they could definitely be sellers at the deadline, or maybe they could be buyers for a certain player on the Bulls. But we're going to talk about it. Bulls trading for Robert Williams. So this is a report. Apparently teams that are pondering making a move for Robert Williams as it stands right now, according to Chris Haynes, and also the Trailblazers are open to trading Robert Williams. And I do want to make this point. Robert Williams is out for the season, so this would be a trade for the future for the Chicago Bulls. But what he did do in the season, he was pretty special, man. I mean, 6.8 points per game. Obviously, the stat sheet's not going to blow you away, but he is that defensive anchor. He is that lob threat type of center, and these are his stats. My bad, this is three-point shooting percentage. It's field goal percentage overall at 65.4, but averaging 1.2 blocks per game, 1.2 steals per game. That's pretty freaking solid, man. And also, I mean, he is also a beast on the glass. What he did with the Boston Celtics back in some of those playoff runs, I thought was special. I love the combination they ran of Horford at the 4 and Robert Williams at the 5. I think he offers you a lot of versatility defensively. He has an ability to switch out on the guards, and he's also a great rim protector. And overall, I love archetypes like that. And it's so polar opposite to a guy like Nikola Vucevic, who is more offensive-minded, wants to get his post-ups on the low block, when Robert Williams is like I said, the complete opposite. He is going to get his kind of offensive production from catching lobs, kind of maybe making a couple push shots, maybe knocking down an elbow jumper here and there, but he is overall a defensive-minded player, and that's what I want from the center position. A guy who can switch out on the wings and guards at a decent level, but also be that elite rim protector that I do think he is. Number one concern with him, though, has to stay healthy, but when he is healthy, he is certainly impactful. So this is a trade idea I cooked up. Man, would I love this. So it would be the Bulls sending Nikola Vucevic to the Portland Trailblazers, and then the Bulls getting back, obviously, like we were talking about Robert Williams, Moses Brown to help match salary, and then also a 2026 first-round pick. Real quick from the Blazers side of things, if maybe you can entice them. Be like, hey, you want to build around Scoot and other young guards you have there, get them a solid front court in DeAndre Ayton and Nikola Vucevic. I would absolutely love this trade, but let me know what you guys would do. Would you accept this trade? This comes across your screen. How would you feel? Type A for accept, type D for decline if you would do this trade. Bulls getting Robert Williams, Moses Brown, and also that 2026 first-round pick. Top 8 protected for Nikola Vucevic. Yes, please. I mean, I would do this trade in a heartbeat. Anything to move off Vuce, man. And again, even last night against the Suns, he just struggled so much defensively. It doesn't matter who it is. Whether it was that Sengun that one night, absolutely cooking him in the fourth quarter every single possession. He is just such a defensive liability. It almost makes him a negative on the basketball court overall because, yes, he is a very, he's a talented offensive center. He has a really nice touch and his hook shots and all, but he's not the most efficient three-point shooter, and he's kind of fallen in love with that part of the game. I mean, last night, quick little rant here. One of the last possessions of the game, DeMar DeRozan, he's driving to the rim. Nikola Vucevic has a wide-open cut back door that he could go get in the dunker spot. Instead, he floats to the three-point line, and he sits out there. It's just little things like that where I'm just not the biggest fan of Vuce. If you can move off him and get two young and athletic centers in Moses Brown and obviously Robert Williams, sign me up. But, guys, trade deadline, it's going to be here any second. That's why I got to make sure you guys are subscribed here on the channel. If the Bulls do move off any of the big names like LaVine, Vuce, or DeRozan, we will have a video, and we may even go live here on the channel. So make sure you guys are subscribed. Trade deadline is coming up shortly, but we'll see you guys next time. Go Bulls.